Welcome to Michael's Record Collection, everyone. I'm very excited to have with me today members of the band Ström, a Swedish band about to release their self-titled debut album on Black Lodge Records. That comes out September 23rd. I've got Zdravko Zizmond and Johan Siljedahl. Is that anywhere close?
yeah. It's okay. Siljedahl. It's okay.
Siljedahl. Okay. Yes, I'm tripping on the Swedish language, and that brings me right away to the first question I have, which is, I've spoken to some Swedish bands before in the past, and all of the ones that I've been familiar with have decided to sing their songs in English, but you guys have stayed true to your language, and you're singing in Swedish. And I just wondered what went into that decision.
Well, Zdravko, you're the singer. You can start it off.
Yeah. Thank you, Johan. Well, it's we feel more comfortable when I feel more comfortable when I sing in Swedish, and I write most of the lyrics, and it becomes closer to my heart when I write the lyrics. I know what I want to say, and I know how to say it. I have no problems in singing in English or write lyrics in English. And when we started the band, one of our main ideas was to stay to the Swedish language, just because we wanted to be as true as possible to our music, and to be able to do that. Our way to do it was to do this in Swedish, and of course I think that we are more unique doing this in Swedish, and to prove to people and to ourselves that we are not limited in by doing this in Swedish. We stay more unique, and I mean, if Rammstein can do it, there are lots of bands doing it in their native language, and still do shows in other countries than their own. And I mean, it's rock and roll. You don't have to understand what I sing; you just feel the energy, and
Yeah.
That was the main idea. And
Okay.
we couldn't even imagine that we would sit and talk to you a couple of years after we took that decision, speaking in English about doing music in Swedish.
We've never done this before either. No. I always played in bands that sing in English.
Yeah,
and so
me too.
So
yeah.
It's a new thing for us too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting, because most of the people that I've met from Sweden speak pretty good English, and none of the Americans I know speak very good Swedish, or at all.
Or at all, yeah.
But it is. I mean, you're right. It's the language of music is it doesn't really matter what you're singing in. I'm largely a progressive rock guy, and I like the Flower Kings, but I also like Anglagard. So
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the start of this band. I'm always interested in how bands get started. How did you guys meet? Did you grow up together, that kind of thing?
No, we didn't grow up together, but we always been around in the same circles, maybe in different bands, playing at the same events and sort of things. And then a couple of years ago, I think it was 2017.
17.
Me and Zdravko did the musical, the big rock musical opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay.
So he was Jesus, and I was Judas. So, and we sang in Swedish. And that sort of made it all, well, it's kind of great to sing in Swedish. We've never done it before.
Yeah, and to hang out and make music together.
Yeah, and when the production ended, we thought, hey, let's start a band.
Yeah.
Right, and keep singing in Swedish, because like I said before, none of us has ever done that before in bands. We all sang in English, right?
Yeah,
American hard rock style.
Yeah, Yeah. And the other guys from the band they're also from. I mean, we come from Växjö. It's a quite small town. Everybody knows everybody, but it's still a city. There is a music scene. There are bands. There are opportunities to play live and record and stuff like that. So people even say in Sweden that there is a Växjö sound, so that's cool, I think. But so we know each other from before, but we did not grow up together. We just grew up like adults together now, so to say.
So the other members of the band, I'm going to probably need your help on this. Kali Shokvist on guitars, the other guitarist. Joel Karnstam
Yeah.
And Tomas Salonen on drums.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
So I've known Thomas for quite some time,
Yeah.
but never played in the same band with him. I'm actually a drummer too from the beginning, so we've been drum nerding out and showing ourselves rudiments and stuff. And then and you knew Joel?
Yeah, Joel and me and Joel worked at the same high school before together, so we were colleagues there. And me and Kalle, I've helped Kalle out a lot with his other band when he was doing a couple of shows in Europe with his band. I was helping them out with the shows and stuff. So we knew each other. We knew who we were when we started the band. And the great thing about starting a band when you're an adult, a grown-up, you have all these experiences, and you can choose the people you want to do music with based on that experience. You know all the traps you went into when you were a kid. You just flew into everything. Yeah, I want to do this, and then you get burned off it maybe. So we had this great opportunity to do it like this, and I think it worked.
And handpick everyone.
Yeah, because it started out after the musical. Me and Johan sat down, and I said, Johan, I have a couple of ideas, and okay, show me. And I showed you, and then we said, okay, who are we gonna have in our band now? So it was like we had a plan.
And you wanted me as a drummer.
Yeah, because I didn't know that Johan played guitar.
So I said, no, I want to play guitar, and we're gonna need Thomas for this. So it was great.
Yeah, and then about the Swedish language, when we sat there together, you know, we've been to so many workshops with famous Swedish music artists that say you have to find your thing, you know, you have to find your thing, and you have to believe in it, and blah blah blah. And I mean, it's so hard when you sit there and listen to that, and I've heard that so many times, and I never figure out, okay, what is my thing? I do music, and then our thing became, okay, we'll continue to do music, rock and roll music, but let's try it in Swedish. Let's find our thing there. So we had an idea of doing it in Swedish, because nobody's ever done it in Sweden before.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned that you guys met working at a school. Were you teachers?
Yes. I'm a history teacher.
Okay.
I'm a drum teacher.
A lot of education in the band then. What are the age ranges in the band? Are you all similar in age?
I think Kalle, he's the youngest one. He's born in 93, I think 92, 93. And Thomas, he's the oldest one. He's born in 78. So
79.
79, yeah, sorry, 79, yeah. And I'm born in 80, and Joel is born in 81. So me and Thomas, the drummer, and the bass player, Joel, we are quite similar age. And Johan, you're younger than me.
I'm in the middle. I'm 34, so I was born in 88.
Yeah.
So the idea when you guys started the band was always to do like American style hard rock then?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's the kind we grew up to.
We grew up, we love Kiss, AC/DC, you know, all that good stuff. Easy stuff, easy-going stuff.
Was 3 or 4 chords and just belt it out as hard as you can. That's great.
Yeah.
I can tell you that when you sing, Zdravko, I can hear a little Brian Johnson, maybe a little Tom Kiefer from Cinderella. It's a good mixture there.
Okay, thank you. Wow, I'm honored. That's some great names there. Yeah.
And there's certainly, you can hear some of the influences. You can hear the AC/DC for sure, especially on the first single. Tiden Sjunger, is that how you say it?
Time sings.
Time sings is what it translates into. And it is, it starts out with a little bit of maybe Long Way to the Top, and then a little goes into maybe a little Dirty Deeds style in that song as well. Are you guys all big AC/DC fans then?
We are fans of AC/DC, but I wouldn't say that we are very big fans of AC/DC. We are big fans of music, good rock and roll music, and you can't you can't you have to include AC/DC in that, of course. But no, I would say we're big fans of music. I mean, Johan, for example, you're the biggest fan of Kiss that I've ever met.
Yeah.
And Kalle, the youngest member of the band, he loves Rolling Stones more than anything in the world.
It's a mixture, right?
We are a mixture, but AC/DC is some kind of
Well, of course, the AC/DC reference is going because of the way you sing, right? So, well, Tiden Sjunger, I don't think it's so much AC/DC, but hey, it's
I think it is.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think it's an Ace Frehley lick.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. And you know, there's not a lot of it's not a giant leap from AC/DC to Kiss anyway. So, but tell me I want each of you to tell me what your first favorite record was.
Wow. You can start, Johan. I think you.
Well, the first. Okay. Well, it's going to be a musical. I'm sorry, Michael. It's going to be Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Yeah, the Swedish cast from '89. That was my thing, and then Kiss. So yeah, that's where it all started.
Okay. Is Ace your favorite Kiss member?
No, it's
No?
Paul.
Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like about Paul?
The melodic side. He's the lover, you know, the romantic type, and I love his melodic style. And he's the best singer, I think.
Yeah.
In rock.
Writes a good hook. He writes a good catchy hook.
Yeah, great frontman, a rock and roll preacher.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Zdravko? What was your favorite record?
I have so many favorite records, but I have this one record that really changed my world when I was a kid. First time I heard Jimi Hendrix, "Are You Experienced?" That was my that kicked my heart right away. But then, of course, I love so many records, but that one I listened to it from the first to last song so many times, and I think I was the only kid at my school listening to Jimi Hendrix because. Yeah, it wasn't the thing that you listened to. You listened to Nirvana or Pearl Jam because that was those times, you know. But of course, I love Nirvana and Pearl Jam. But Jimi Hendrix was something else for me, I think. And I love the thing of it's three people doing music together. You know, one guitar, one bass, one drum, and that's all you need. Yeah, I love Jimi Hendrix.
So when you recruited these other guys to be in the band with you guys, these were guys you already knew were into that same style of music?
Yeah, they were rockers. Thomas is a big Slayer fan.
Yeah. And AC/DC.
And AC/DC, of course,
he's the biggest one, I think.
Yeah.
Band, so.
And Joel, he's a big Black Sabbath fan. I know. We knew that we love different kind of bands, but it's in the same area, and it's great to have that area. Then you can pick influences from all of that and make our own thing. I don't think that Ström would be so good that we are right now if every one of us listen to the same band.
Sure.
We help each other out on the way, and Johan, he has his influences from the musical stuff and everything, and I have mine, and Kalle his, and that makes us more unique because we are similar in one way, but we are very different in another, and I think that's the key to the great sound that I think that we
it's a melting pot of everything.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah.
What about Kalle? What's Kalle into?
He's the biggest Rolling Stones fan ever.
Okay.
He's the youngest one in the band, but he's a big fan of Keith Richards and the guys in the band.
Well, he loves everything with a guitar in it.
Yeah, of course.
So,
That's great. Of course, what every great hard rock band needs is a great logo, and you guys, Ström has a fantastic logo. Who came up with that? Who designed that?
Well, it started up that we did it together at first. We had some kind of idea, but then with the flash and everything, but then we had some help from a friend of ours.
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either.
It's Kalle's friend. So shit.
We're not good.
Well, we paid him. We promised.
Yeah, we paid him, and we thanked him a lot. But we talked about our idea with the flash and everything, and then he presented it, and we said, yes, this is it. This is it. It's easy
and it's timeless. It's
Yeah, it's very cool. Every good hard rock band needs a good logo, identifies you as you and makes you unique, and you can certainly envision it on a big sign behind you guys while you guys are playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
always good. So you just released recently your third single, I think, from the record, Gul and Blah. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, you did. Gul and
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, great.
It means yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue, yeah.
And my understanding is that this is Zdravko. This is sort of your homage to Sweden, which has taken you in because you weren't born in Sweden.
No. I came to Sweden when I was 2 years old, and I learned to speak Swedish when I was about 7 or 8 years old. So the first years by living here in Sweden, I remember I couldn't talk to people as I wanted to, and and I've always felt grateful about being Swedish, although I'll never forget my Croatian roots, because I was born in Croatia, and my dad came to Sweden in the early 60s, and my mom came here, in 82. So I've always wanted to thank Sweden for letting me become Swedish. And in Sweden nowadays, if you, it's easy to fall into that genre of being called a racist if you love Sweden, and I'm definitely not a racist. I just want to say thank you for all the good that Sweden's done to me and my family. You know.
Yeah.
So that's the song about, actually. Gul och blå. I even sing, I became yellow, I became blue, you made me run and you made me feel good, if I translate the lyrics.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's great.
Means a lot to me.
It's always interesting when you listen to music that's in another language you're not familiar with. You do get a sense of the passion, but you don't get it, you don't exactly know what they're singing about. So I think that part comes through in your singing and your delivery. But tell me a little bit about some of the background of this record. Do you write all the lyrics, or is it a group effort?
I write all the lyrics, and I filter it through my band members. I would never write a lyric and sing about if the other guys in the band weren't okay with it. But I write all the lyrics.
I think we all kind of brainstorming around the titles.
Yeah.
And then
that's
you
true.
take it off. I think I gave you Catapult.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just getting everything started.
Yeah.
And then it's all up to you.
Yeah. I have so much to say, from my life and my journey, become a Swede, and say thank you to my dad. One of the songs is to him. The lyrics is about my dad, and
the last one, like, it translates to like son, like father. Is that the one?
No. That's a lyric to my. That's the opposite. That's the lyric to my town where I grew up.
Okay.
Well, that's another story. But I have to think in Swedish now. Vad heter den låten? Inte Ungt blod, utan Blodsband, Blood Band.
Okay.
That song. That's to my dad.
All right. So tell me a little bit about some of the other lyrical themes on this album. What else were you trying to? What other thoughts were you trying to get across for this first album?
There's another song called the Hatet, the hate, and that's an interesting thought. That I have 3 kids in home, and they are just great, but there are so many adult people in the world that are not that great, and I that song, I want to say through that lyric that all the kids in the world, they are born perfect, and they're honest, and they're great, and they're lovable, and they love everybody and everything.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, they're like a clean sheet, and the older they get, the more idiots they can become if they're if they live in an environment that's not so good. And that lyric is about the innocent kid, and stay like that as long as possible. That's the message,
right.
To just stay true to life and be nice to everybody and to yourself, of course.
Yeah, that's a big topic here right now too in the US. It's a very big topic of how people are born not hating other people. You learn that behavior as you get older from the people that are supposed to be guiding you and teaching you correctly.
Yeah. And that's the lyric spot on right there, that song. And I think that topic will never get old. I mean, it's been that for ages, and even ever since, always. Yeah. Kids are great. The older they get, the bigger is the risk that they are not that great, and we want to fight that. And,
that's a fantastic way to put it. I love it. Do either of you have a favorite song on this first record?
Well, let me see. I love Bluesband just because it's something different. I'm looking at the song titles right now. I like vass tunga, sharp tongue.
Yeah.
I like catapult. I like everything, to be honest with you, because it's something for everyone. But I like Tiden sjunger, time flies, just about the message in the song is time flies by, take it all in.
Yeah.
Be sure to take it all in because time flies.
You never know what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like everything.
My favorite is Ensam är stark. To be alone is to be strong. And it's about all the single parents in Sweden. You know, in Sweden we have like 50% divorces here, and a lot of kids get stuck in the middle of a divorce, and a lot of parents struggle every day, you know, to pay the bills and to get to work and to be the best parent you can every other week when you have the kids at home. Because I separated from my first wife, and we have a daughter together, and I've experienced that, you know, every other week I want to be the best dad ever and make the best day possible for my daughter. And then it's not easy every time when you have to go to work. You have to be yourself, you have to be there for your kid, and that song is just a how do you say, a pat on the shoulder to all those people who just struggles every day. And I think that's maybe not only in Sweden, it's all around the world, all the single parents fighting
keep
for
going.
survival.
You're
Keep
doing
going,
great.
you know? Yeah.
So I mentioned earlier that who I think you sound like, Zdravko. What are the vocalists that influenced your style and that you sort of admired growing up?
Oh, wow. Well, when I first heard Eddie Vedder, that from Pearl Jam, that was like, wow. And that voice is more than just a voice. And then I heard Chris Cornell, and I mean, that's when he screams, he still sings, and I think that's amazing when a person can do that. Tina Turner is one of my favorite singers ever. I mean, come on, that woman, wow. I have a lot of them, but I would say Chris Cornell, Tina Turner, Eddie Vedder, and of course Brian Johnson, Bon Scott,
Paul Stanley,
yeah, Paul Stanley. The list can be even longer, but I'll stick to those. Yeah.
All right, Johan, you have I know you said you were a drummer and a guitarist. You know, who were some of your influences in both of those areas?
Good question. Well, the drummers, I like them all, kind of, because I like drums. I'm also a progressive guy, so I like Mike Portnoy.
Okay.
You know, Dream Theater was one of my bands when I grew up. Guitarist, of course, Ace, always Ace. Only Ace, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
You can really hear when I play the solos on the record, because they sound like Ace, kind of. So, yeah.
So how did you guys split up the guitar work? Is it rhythm versus lead, or do you guys switch off?
We switch off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like 50-50.
Okay.
It's for fun.
What's the gig scene like in Sweden right now? With is everything open? Are you guys able to get out and tour this record?
Yeah, everything. It seems so. Everything is open for the moment, and everything is kind of back to normal. But people are more, how do you say, when you go to cautious, they're more cautious, and when the ticket sales, people wait until the same day to buy tickets, so you never know how many tickets you're going to sell. That's a big difference from before, when people maybe bought tickets weeks before,
years before.
And now you will wait for like the same day. So, but otherwise everything is open as usual. But you can tell that there's been a pandemic, because all the bands want to get out and play. So it's hard to find, a spot to play somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I've been buying lots and lots of concert tickets because everybody's touring, and I understand why people wait, because there's so many shows that get canceled. Somebody in the band gets COVID and they have to cancel a few shows, and especially smaller independent bands, sometimes they have to cancel like 3 or 4 shows. If they can't make it to one show, they have to cancel a bunch of shows, because it doesn't make financial sense for them to travel to that part of the country or to that other country, that kind of thing. So so I understand it's challenging for you guys right now as working musicians. I have to admit, I'm not that familiar with Black Lodge Records. How did that signing go, and how supportive have they been of your efforts on this first record?
Now you're pointing at me. I don't have much to say. It's sound pollution, right?
Yeah, it's sound pollution. I mean, they have a lot of bands that we love listening to and seeing live, and like the Helicopters and a bunch of other great Swedish bands. I mean, when we wanted to find some record label to work with, we had our album already finished because we did it mostly by ourselves.
During the pandemic.
During the pandemic, yeah. That was our like, okay, we can't go out and play live, so what should we do? Okay, let's do a record and be the best band ever. So when we can go out to play, then we are ready for it.
Yeah.
And when we got the message from Sound Pollution, Black Lodge, that they were interested to work with, we had like I think 2 or 3 other record labels in Sweden. So we were like, we weren't prepared for that kind of positive reaction, but of course when they wanted to release our record, we didn't hesitate that much, because like I said, they have a lot of Swedish bands that we really love listening to, and yeah, they've been around for quite some time, and they know what they're doing when it comes to hard rock music in Sweden, and so the decisions weren't that hard to take.
Yeah. Did you guys write before you started recording? You already had the songs ready to go, or did you write in the studio?
No, we rehearsed it. So
yeah,
and
I mean, the record is like we did it through a year almost.
Yeah.
From the first to the last song. So almost all of those songs were played live a couple of times, so we could work on them a little bit and then go in the studio. So we came very prepared when we started to record, because we knew what we wanted and what we not wanted.
Yeah, and we did like 3 sessions maybe.
Yeah.
In the studio.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay.
So it was a work in progress.
Yeah.
So when you guys play live, do you play your songs plus some covers? Is that how it works?
No, I don't think we've done a cover ever.
No,
and I don't think we have any plans of doing covers. But you never know. But
well, don't forget we're kind of new. So the first gigs and concerts we did like 15-minute slots. So we could only play like 3 songs.
We had 3 songs. Our first gig was only 15 minutes here in
Yeah,
Växjö.
and the next gig, so on. It was like 20 minutes. Okay, we can play 4 songs this time, and we're going to write a new one to the next one. So we always kind of expanded, and all of a sudden we had a record.
Yeah,
you know, so we could, that's kind of, we wrote just to keep the shows a little bit longer.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because it seems like you'd just be getting warmed up about then. Do you have some additional songs ready to go now? Were there songs that didn't make the record that were written?
No. All the songs that we made the record, but we have a couple of songs, well, 99% ready, like 2 songs. But
next one.
Huh?
Förlåt. We have like 3 songs for the next
3 songs,
the next record ready. So
3 songs.
It's not so many dead meat anymore.
No. So we could add 3 songs, so we have 13 songs if we need the time. But at the same time, I think it's important to now the gigs we're gonna do in the nearest future. Then we're only going to play the songs from this record, just to promote it more, and just let people hear it live more.
So I know you guys have a Facebook page. Do you have an actual dedicated website, or no?
No.
We only have Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes, and Instagram, I think, and TikTok, and
Yeah.
We are kind of modern there.
Yeah. A lot of bands are going away from doing websites. And since you're fairly new, you don't have like a need for a giant web store just yet. But where can people find your record when it drops on September 23rd? Where's the best place for them to get it?
Sound Pollution's website is very good. I think that you can buy it there, and then there's a lot of. Is it on Amazon?
I really don't know, but I should think so.
There are some places here in Sweden, like ginsa.se, and Bengans, CD-ON, all the typical Swedish websites where you can buy records. But then, of course, then Sound Pollution, and I think we're going to be on Amazon also. And then, of course, through our Facebook, people can order there also.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys going to have you'll be available on digital, CD, and vinyl?
Yes, yes,
Awesome.
that's the plan.
Awesome. So you guys can play records just like when you used to listen to your Kiss records.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
and Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, that's right. All right. When you guys, I guess my final question is when someone gets your album and they take it home, they put it on and turn out the lights, put on a candle maybe, and sit in the dark and listen to it really loud, start to finish. What do you hope that they take away from that experience at the end?
Well, first of all, they need to have the sleeve in front of them, watching the gatefold, following the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, but and I really like that people they feel that they have more energy to take on the next day, and to feel that they are able to do whatever they want to do if they want it hard enough. You can do anything. You don't have to be rich. You just have to be healthy and stay nice to people, and things will work out.
Yeah.
All you need is rock and roll at the end anyway.
Amen to that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys envision taking your show to other countries, or are you just going to be in Sweden for now?
We'll stay in Sweden.
In Scandinavia.
In Scandinavia, yeah. But we have some plans going on for Spain in February next year. I think there's a week and a half.
Yeah.
But hey, we would really like to see the world singing in Swedish. That would be great if we got the opportunity. So of course, we're ready to work our asses off to make this happen.
Well, I can't ask for more than that. So.
Like Zdravko used to say, if Rammstein can do it,
so can we. Yeah,
that's right. Zdravko and Johan, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you about this album. It's a great record. It's the self-titled Ström record. You guys can find it on September 23rd. Buy it. I think you guys have even a colored vinyl version, I think, is coming out.
Yeah, blue, nice one. Yeah.
So that's nice and collectible. You don't have to understand the Swedish language to understand that these guys rock and they believe in what they're doing. So, I've enjoyed learning a little bit about this record from you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.